Welcome to Holiday 2007, the programme that gives you the world! On tonight's programme, Lake Como, a large landscape with a history of large personalities, from playboys like George Clooney to bad boys like Lord Byron, and home to England's raciest, roundiest, unruliest. Next, I'm in Lake Como. Lake Como is nature being very grand. It was chiselled from the bedrock by a particularly spiky glacier eons ago, and for hundreds of years it's become famous for attracting personalities with egos every bit as monumental, every bit as romantic, every bit as dark as the landscape. So, for as long as people can remember, the air around here has crackled with gossip and fizzed with scandal. There's one name that makes the British, just about every other nation in Europe, recoil in rather fascinated terror. Lord Byron. And he came here because he was such a fabulous stylist. He always wanted to make sure that his backgrounds were every bit as large as his personality. And in a way, he's the first really A-list name to come here. And then in 1815, Caroline, Princess of Wales, came here. She was on the run from a spiteful and rather loveless marriage to the fop who'd eventually be crowned George IV. Here, freed from the constraints of the English court, she gave herself over to maximum pleasure, and it was from here she found for herself a generously proportioned gentleman called Signor Pergami, who owned one of the biggest, thickest, tickliest moustaches in history. Once Princess Caroline left, her villa was converted into a luxury hotel, a glam hire-a home for those of renown. Villa d'Este, it's an icon in hotel terms, isn't it? I mean, it's an extraordinary name.
I believe it is. I believe that over these almost 150 years that it has been an hotel, we have built up a very strong reputation for discerning guests who would like to find back the romantic sides of northern Italy and basically of the Lake of Como.
But also, I mean, you very specifically have this stand which is anti-paparazzi, anti-intrusion, you know, the secrecy and the comfort that comes with.
Celebrities, whichever they are, want to come here and to be on their own and to stay without being chased. You know, today's world is, everybody is so much under pressure. Yeah. They want to unplug some time and to say, well, we are here. We are not anymore in the crowd, and we are not anymore here to show that we are the best. What were the big names you've had since 1873? Well, you know, in a place such as this one, all the famous of the time have gone through. Yeah. So it would be a boring list to give you all the list of the famous one.
What an extraordinary, discreet person you are. Since every view of Como, even the little tiny ones, are of a monumental magnificence, it's easy to see how anyone coming here with artistic pretension but without top-draw talent could find it frustrating. William Fox Talbot was so cross he couldn't communicate even one tiny sliver of this giant gorgeousness. It kick-started him to start experimenting with the very technology that led to him inventing photography. The landscape here is undoubtedly photogenic, with steep mountains giving way to picturesque villages. Since the British tourist was invented, Middle England, with a bent for the literary and the ownership of a small watercolour set, have seen the villages that cluster around Como as the real Italy. But the real Italy that's been hit several times by a pretty stick. It's also, incidentally, the perfect place to come if you fancy dressing up as Dame Judi Dench. Anyone coming to Como for a rave will be disappointed. The hotels around here don't invite internationally acclaimed rap DJs to do a week-long stint in the tea dance. What you get here is gentility, civility, tightly buttoned, well-upholstered, old-world charm. The lake is Italy's Beverly Hills, and the list of people who've owned villas here reads like a fantasy dinner party guest list. Versace, Edward and Mrs. Simpson, and this one's owned by Mr. Como himself. No, not Perry, but George. George Clooney has done more than anyone else to popularise this place with today's jet set. And there's evidence of their presence in a restaurant hidden away on an island in the middle of the lake. But who is the mysterious man in the hat with a bobble on top? What I want to know, though, is how do you manage to persuade them to have their photograph taken with you? Do you give them a choice, or do you just jump on?
I don't persuade them.
They're happy to?
Yes, I think so.
I noticed you've got Dale Winton.
Dale Winton, yes.
And did he force you to do that?
No.
Because he does that, you know. He's a very naughty man.
No, he was very nice. He was very polite, yeah.
Because it is quite funny. You don't seem to have this sort of the wannabe airhead celebrities like Britney Spears or people like that.
No, but she has been here.
She's been here?
Yeah, she was here.
And you see, now I see her in a completely different light. What did she have?
What do you mean?
What did she have for supper? What did she eat?
The same menu.
Same as everyone else?
Here there is no choice for anybody. Yeah.
Not only have you got a restaurant full of customers and celebrities, you've also got a restaurant full of spirits.
Hey, it's a mix.
It's bizarre combination.
If you live here, you have to live in the spirits of the island.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you couldn't live here.
And the Bishop of Como put a curse on here.
But anybody who come to the island would die violently.
Really?
Nobody came here for 800 years.
Really? But you were taking a bit of a risk. You're obviously Mr. Lucky. Yeah, getting on well with the spirits.
I'm accepted by them because I do always the fire first. And I'm accepted by the spirits of the island.
Because you've got quite an ornate little ritual, haven't you, to try and get the spirits to...
Yes, after we do, each time we do the coffee, it's like this. We come out with the ring, we ring the bell, and we tell the history of the island, and everybody drinks the coffee to purify them. And
I feel completely and utterly protected now.
With this, you are purified, eh?
Cleansed and fortified by Ben Buonito's bobble-hatted shenanigans, it's easy to see how easy it is to fall head over heels in love with Lake Como's gigantic, romantic reputation. Details of all the holidays featured on tonight's programme can be found on our website, bbc.co.uk/lifestyle, or CFAX page 618. Coming up next week, Nicky Chapman is on a cycling holiday in the Austrian Alps. That's downhill all the way, guaranteed. Dominic Littlewood is in the UK's curry capital, Leicester. Starboard home, the final leg of our novice sailor's journey across the Atlantic. Stormy seas ahead, and the forced 10 Llewellyn Bones blow into Fort Lauderdale. So that's it from Holiday 2007. See you next time.